Now, what would you do if you got $10 million? I mean, you inherited it, right? Your mom worked for it, your daddy worked for it. They sold their company for $1 billion, and because you're the son or daughter, you got $10 million. I literally just had a seller, okay? I got a property under contract last week, and I had a seller that told me his story of how he blew through $10 million. I know exactly what I would do with that amount, right? First thing I would do was pay my tithes. Next thing you know, I'd pay my debt so I could have time to think and come up with a clear plan. Okay, I've noticed that whenever you make a lot of money, okay, you have a big lump sum come in, you have to stop and actually plan, okay? Because if you don't have a plan for your money, then your money will make its own plans and kind of go away, okay? Now, in today's climate, it is amazing to be able to say, hey, let me come up with such a nice plan to let me budget, right? Let me compare prices. Let me see if I should go with the new Spectrum Mobile or if I should stay with Verizon. And I mean, saving, $20 or $30 a month, I definitely think there's a place and time for it. But since gas is going up, insurance is going up, literally every commodity right now is going up. That's gonna move a lot faster than you saving $10 or $12 on one particular item. Okay, now what we should be focused on is actually coming up with a plan to increase our income, right? How do we make more of those big profit checks? And then how do we create little consistent checks that hit us every single day, okay? And that's what I want to talk about. But just in case it's your first time here, it's your boy Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action on Instagram. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I invest heavily in real estate. I've made $1 million or some change in real estate. And today I wanted to go over what I see, okay? It hit me like a pound of bricks this morning because honestly, I really don't pay attention. I'm fortunate enough to not pay attention too much to prices. But this morning I noticed that gas was $4.29. And last week I can remember like gas it was $3.89. Now that's a big difference. That's like 40 cents difference, okay? From 1 week, from 7 days. So if it goes up again another 40 cents, we're gonna be into the $5 really quickly. Now think about it like this, okay? Every person in America on average is paying $600 more in gas. That's the way I had to look at it because typically my truck, before this, it would cost me about $90 to $95 to fill it up. Today, it costs me $125. I typically fill up 5 or 6 times every single month. I'm paying hundreds of dollars extra in just gas. That's one category, but think about you need gas to get your kids to school. Your school needs gas to get the kids home. Truck drivers need diesel to get packages to and fro. This is a major commodity that's costing everyone more. And so at what point do we say, hey, I need to compete. I need to go harder. This is the time to go harder, okay? Look, matter of fact, let's think about why, inflation is hitting us hard, okay? I don't want to just blame it on COVID, okay? We're living in COVID right now. It's okay. But it started with COVID when everyone was able to go home and get unemployment, right? You're able to stop working at your current job, get unemployment, and make more than the minimum wage. Of course, people are going to stay home, right? So that led into just everybody getting government money. The government felt like everybody need a bailout because everybody's at home, nobody's getting gas, oil industry drops, okay? A lot of other industries drops as well. And so now we flood the market with this just digital money, just zeros in a calculator. That's really what it is. Trillions of dollars in the market, okay? That is basic inflation, okay? It's a supply and demand thing. Whenever you have too much of it out there, you have too much supply, the demand goes down, okay? And vice versa. Now, since Mr. Biden said, hey, let's punish Russia, okay? And other companies are doing as well, but I'm going to blame Mr. President for this one, for that 25-cent jump from last night. Mr. Biden gets on news and says, hey, we're not going to do oil and gas business with Russia right now. Of course, that limits our supply on gas that we have, that limits our supply on oil, and prices go up the next day, okay? Now, It's not really anything that we can solve at this point, so I don't want to go too down the rabbit hole about that. But what we can do is we can change ourselves. We can come up with a plan. We can come up with different strategies to make more money. Okay, one way I'm looking at that is I need to, number one, increase my average deal size when it comes to real estate, right? So I need to be looking to buy more opportunities. Okay, I need to be looking for investment opportunities for me to buy in. And I like investments, okay? I don't necessarily want you to get into buying consumer items, because if you buy a new pair of shoes, if you buy a new watch or buy some jewelry, that's not gonna have the same effect as learning a new skill and starting a business. Because you might be spending money still, you might be investing to start those businesses or to get those sales skills or talking to people skills sharper. But in a year, in 2 years, when something happens, because who knows what's gonna happen, but something is happening, right? Then you'll be able to use those skills to perform at that time, okay? So now I've been using real estate this whole time to, kind of perform, okay? And I'm gonna continue to do that. Now, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase the deals that I sell. That means I'm not necessarily gonna keep less, but I'm gonna do my part and market more to reach more motivated sellers so I can make more offers to get more deals on the contract. Because since we need more income, okay, we got to do more. I mean, let's stop being lazy. I had a family member this morning, make certain excuses that for some reason she wasn't good enough. For some reason this was hard and I don't necessarily want to try. We got to get past that, okay? Now, the good news is if you get past it right now, in 2 years, while everything is higher, okay, and you're making more income while other people are trying to save $20, you're going to set yourself up with a savings. You're going to set yourself up with skills, and you're going to set yourself up with knowledge, so that when whatever happens, okay, we can call it breaking even, leveling out, we can call it a dip, whatever. Whenever that happens, you will be set up to buy more than anyone else at that particular time. Now, we all know the saying, you buy low, right? You hold until you're able to sell high. Okay, so you need to be ready to take advantage of what's going down in the marketplace. So I'm going to encourage you to pay attention, learn a new skill, and take action, big dog. So look, once again, this is your boy, Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action. Tell me, okay, your strategy of how you're going to make more income throughout the rest of the year so we can jump in front of this inflation curve, and also so we can get ready for what's about to take place. Yo, this is your boy taking action. Have an amazing day. Peace.